Welcome to Spacewire. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Let's talk about coffee, the lifeblood of New York City. Every morning, millions of New Yorkers grab a cup before work, fueling the city's relentless energy. Coffee isn't just a drink here, it's a daily ritual, a comfort, and a way for people to connect in a city that never sleeps. But now, the Trump administration has just slapped a 50% tariff on all coffee imported from Brazil, the world's largest coffee exporter. This sudden move has sent shockwaves through the city's coffee industry, leaving everyone from importers to baristas scrambling to adapt. For local cafes like Stone Street Cafe, this is nothing short of a financial disaster. Margins are already razor thin, and now the cost of their most essential ingredient has skyrocketed overnight. Suddenly, their most essential ingredient costs way more, and they're forced to make tough choices. Raise prices and risk losing loyal customers, or absorb the costs and hope to survive. And it's not just Brazil. Other major producers like Vietnam and Colombia are also feeling the impact, as global supply chains tighten and prices rise everywhere. Cafe owners are squeezed between rising costs and customers who expect affordable coffee. Many are trying to keep prices steady, but it's becoming harder every day. Many are losing sleep, wondering how long they can survive before they're forced to close their doors for good. The stress is taking a toll on owners, staff, and even the regulars who rely on these spaces. These shops are more than just businesses. They're community hubs, places where friendships are made and neighborhoods come together. Now, all of that is under threat. A sweeping government policy has real, personal consequences for small business owners. For many, it feels like their livelihoods are being decided by people far removed from their daily struggles. The future of New York's coffee culture is now uncertain, all because of a decision made far from the city's bustling streets. Only time will tell if these beloved cafes can weather the storm and keep the city caffeinated. What does a 50% tariff mean for you? Your coffee is about to get pricier. Small cafes are trying to shield you from the price hike, but they can't hold out forever. Places like Ciao Gloria in Brooklyn have already raised prices, and more will follow. Owners face a terrible choice: raise prices and risk losing customers, or keep prices low and bleed money. The tariff's domino effect means your daily coffee is now a luxury, not a given. Global politics is suddenly part of your morning routine. The cost of living is rising, one cup at a time. In Brazil, the world's coffee powerhouse, the impact of the new U.S. tariff is being felt everywhere, from the lush plantations to the bustling export hubs. For many here, this tariff is nothing short of a catastrophe, threatening the very foundation of their livelihoods. Farmers and exporters are watching sales plummet as their beans, once in high demand, suddenly become too expensive for the U.S. market. Warehouses are filling up with unsold stock, and uncertainty hangs in the air. Meanwhile, Colombia sees a short-term opportunity to fill the gap left by Brazil's troubles, hoping to boost its own exports. But Colombian producers know the market is volatile and could shift again overnight, making any gains potentially temporary. The entire global coffee market is now in chaos, with prices fluctuating wildly and deals being renegotiated at a frantic pace. Producers from Vietnam to Ethiopia are watching anxiously, unsure if they'll be the next to benefit or suffer from the shifting tides. The U.S. decision has sent shockwaves through the industry, disrupting established trade routes and creating fierce new competition among exporters. Everyone in the coffee trade is now navigating a new, unpredictable landscape, scrambling to adapt to rapidly changing conditions and uncertain futures. A single tariff has triggered a global chain reaction, creating winners and losers everywhere. Brazil faces a deepening crisis, while Colombia eyes a fleeting advantage, hoping to capitalize before the market shifts again. Producers in other countries hold their breath, waiting to see how the dust will settle and what the future holds for their own crops. This isn't just about coffee beans, it's about the livelihoods of millions of families, from rural pickers to urban traders, all connected by the global coffee chain. The U.S. has shaken the coffee pot, and now the world is waiting, anxiously watching to see where the grounds will finally settle. While the U.S. builds tariff walls, China is rolling out the welcome mat for Brazilian coffee. China has authorized over 180 new Brazilian companies to export coffee, seizing the opportunity left by the U.S. retreat. Coffee culture is booming in China, and they're eager to deepen ties with Brazil. Chinese companies are investing directly in Brazil, forging a partnership both call a win-win. This is more than trade, it's a geopolitical chess move. China is positioning itself as Brazil's crucial ally, boosting its influence in Latin America. The US tariff may have pushed Brazil straight into China's arms. Coffee is now a tool in a much bigger global power play. The coffee tariff is just one symptom of a deeper rift between the US and Brazil. Diplomatic relations have soured, with leaders trading public criticisms. The US has commented on Brazil's internal politics, sparking more tension. Brazil's government has vowed to retaliate against the tariffs, hinting at a looming trade war. This conflict rarely has winners, just more uncertainty for everyone, from corporations to farmers. The coffee dispute is the most visible sign of a partnership in distress. Trade, politics, and leadership clashes have created a toxic atmosphere. The future of US-Brazil relations is more uncertain than ever. As the US slams the door with tariffs, tightening its grip on trade and raising barriers to protect its own industries, China opens theirs wide for Brazil, welcoming new opportunities and partners with open arms. Brazil is now seeking new, friendlier markets, eager to keep its economy thriving and its exports flowing. And China is eager to step in, recognizing the value of Brazil's resources and the chance to expand its influence. The Chinese government wants to deepen ties, forging stronger economic and diplomatic bonds with Brazil, not just in coffee but across industries, from agriculture to technology, energy, and manufacturing. This alliance offers Brazil a lifeline, providing stability and new growth opportunities in uncertain times, and marks a major shift in global power as old alliances weaken and new ones take shape on the world stage. As Brazil aligns with China, it gains a powerful ally and a new direction for its foreign policy. It may also shift its stance on international issues, influencing global debates and decisions in ways we haven't seen before. The tariffs meant to protect US interests, designed to shield American businesses, may be strengthening its top rival instead, fueling China's rise as a global economic powerhouse. This is more than a trade spat. This is a turning point in the balance of power. It's a realignment of global alliances, with countries rethinking who they trust and who they trade with. The US is pushing away a key partner, risking its influence in regions it once dominated, and China is ready to catch them, eager to fill the void and shape the future. Coffee is at the center of a world being redrawn, symbolizing the new connections and shifting alliances that will define the next era. Meanwhile, Canada is quietly making headlines with a massive energy deal. Hydro-Quebec has signed a 25-year contract to supply New York City with 100% renewable hydropower. It's a multi-billion-dollar agreement built on cross-border cooperation and shared goals. While the US fights with Brazil over coffee, its relationship with Canada is thriving. This deal helps New York meet climate targets and strengthens economic bonds. It's a win-win, proof that international partnerships can work. The Canada-New York deal is a refreshing contrast to the current trade conflicts. Sometimes building bridges, literal and figurative, really is the smarter move.